G'day guys, welcome to part 2 of the EH Holden video series. What I'm doing in this video is I'm draining the diff oil and replacing the front sway bar drop link rubbers. What I found out with the diff in this, it's got a fill bung but no drain bung. So I'm actually got a hose in there and siphoning that oil out. I could use my pump, I suppose, and pump it all out, but that'd be probably just as slow. So while that's siphoning out, I'll just do the front link rubbers, sway bar link rubbers. I've got a sort of sneaking suspicion that this thing will be siphoning out overnight. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The oil in it's pretty putrid. So it'll do well for having some new oil. Just wish they'd put a bung in the bottom of it. Very strange. Not to worry, we'll push on. Let me tell you, the oil that's coming out of that diff is pretty disgusting looking. So it's flowing out all right. I'd say it's going to take a couple of hours for that to come through. So anyway, job one's done. We've got those new drop link rubbers in, and what I do have to do is get underneath it with a high pressure hose with some degreaser, maybe some brake cleaner, and clean off all the front end and everything out from underneath, and get it all cleaned up and get a coat of paint on it. When I did buy the car, it had a leak which I thought was coming from the rear main oil seal. It's not much, it's only a tiny little bit, but a bit of a win there. It appears to be coming from the rubber O-ring on the speedo drive. It's not a very big leak, but it's only a small rubber, so I'll repair that as well when I change the oil in the gearbox. At least it's got a drain plug. Alright, that's it just for now. The rest of this video, don't know what it'll be, probably finishing off this stone tray here and getting it ready for paint, but that's for another day. G'day guys, it's a couple of days later over here in the garage. Had some parcels turn up in the last day or two of them this morning. I did manage to get an original air cleaner. Mine had a GTR one on it. There was a fella who wanted the GTR one. It was no good to me, so we did a swap. I've already started rubbing this one back. She'll get a coat of black paint and the proper decals put on it. So that came yesterday. Got another parcel here, which I believe should be a couple of standard hubcaps. I'll just open that up, have a look. It's all packaged. Looks like there's been a mouse in there with all the... So that's, there's one. And the second one. So they're in pretty good nick by the look of it. Happy with that. All I need now is 4 rims and another 2 hubcaps. This next package is from a very good friend of mine who lives down in Sydney, Phil. Now, Phil, in his misspent youth, he also had an EH Holden, and he kept a lot of stuff. Phil is about 70 now, so he's kept it all those years, and he must have known that somewhere along the line he was going to run into another EH Holden. So there's some pretty nice stuff in here, I believe. Again, very well packaged. Comes complete with a new polishing rag. I'll make good use of that, thanks Phil. I've got a very nice tail light that Phil's kept all those years, so hopefully I'll never need it, but it's there if I do. A tune-up manual book, tune-up manual for all Holdens, so that could come in interesting. Yeah, my car is a 179. However, the boot where the holes were for the badge had been welded up for some reason. God only knows why, and I mean 20 years ago, why did they weld them? They normally just would have bunged them up. So I've got to try and get those holes drilled back out. But there was no 179 badge until now. So Phil has sent me the 179 badge, which is really nice. Nice badge. Something that will come in very handy is the workshop manual. So yes, very handy for that. And something that that is really exciting is the all the original books. It has the owner's manual, which is in beautiful condition, absolutely beautiful condition. There's an old brochure here for some for Olympic tyres. Funnily enough, it's got a Mark II Jaguar on the front of it. And something that's extremely interesting, NASCO brochure, which obviously shows all the parts that were available for the EJ and the EH. So Phil, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. And of course, comes in the original plastic booklet or folder. So yeah, that's a little bit exciting. So yesterday I finished preparing the front stone tray, I'll call it, underneath the front bumper bar. It's ready for paint. I don't have any paper or anything here to mask up. I've got the other two cars in here covered up. I've got the paint and everything else, so I will probably do that tomorrow. I've got a car cover that I'll put over the car, and then I'll just mask up and paper up the front. It's only, you know, the width of the car and probably 3 inches. That's got to be done. So that's it for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and clean all this up and give it a paint and put the decal on it, and I'll show you guys in another couple of hours how that's turned out. So I'll see you probably tomorrow when we paint the front stone guard. Nice. Engine bay complete. Well, that's it, guys. That's it for this episode. So that's the front stone tray all repaired and painted. Came up all right. That's the same acrylic paint that the previous owner sent me. Sent me a small container. Didn't take much. It's got about 3 or 4 coats on it. It's already dry. Dries very quickly. I'm used to using a 2-pack paint. It's the first time I've used an acrylic. I also, let me bring this around. I also, as you can see, have painted the blanking piece for the radio. So that's been sitting out in the sun underneath that cover for a little while. So like I said, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, do what you need to do, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.